Alright, hello everyone. We're here and ready for the Seifer Open. Number 3? To you? Okay, we're about to get started. This is going to be the round of 16 versus Fickle. We have 14 players in this tournament. I've brought a very spooky lineup today. Little late for Halloween, but oh, Fickle. You never disappoint. We had quad dragon covers. I love it. So what's the spookiest? Always red? I mean, we're pretty green heavy. Don't know if I care about red, to be honest. Maybe we ban the green red? Multicolored yaks? Thinking we just ban green red? I mean, yellow's always spooky. Fickle probably bans maybe our red, and we don't have answer to yellow things as much. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll lock in that ban. Now this is a best of 3, so we only get to use 2 decks in total across this series. So gotta be careful on our picks. But I think some of you can probably tell what these decks are going to be. Those who haven't seen the YouTube intro, watching live here, get a little surprise at the deck lists. Fickle thinking about it a little. Our colors almost match. We got the multicolor. Oh, and the green-blue was banned. Interesting. Okay. I think we will start with red. And basically I'm starting with red because I think it's just my best deck. And in a best of 3, I think it's often decent to go for a deck that can reach a lot of different archetypes. Just because we want to get wins. Normally I would probably lead with my weakest deck in a best of 5. Just because we do get to use our entire lineup. Weakest deck being weakest against all of our opponent's decks, at least. Oh, we got a farm boy start. It's over already. And Axe Grinder, not bad. We'll take a second one too, I guess. Why not? We can, like, quadruple neutral. Get these Axe Grinders going. Oh, right, we get the Explorer. Well, still not awful. To just place 5 neutrals here, get the mountain. We'll see what he does, though, in response. So this is the bargain list. I've played before on the channel, in past tournaments. We gotta be careful about Faeria coming down. Is that a Faeria? Oh. Okay. Don't like that. Okay, so there's an option to fight this side, to stop the buffs, the insane buffs. Or we just don't care, and we drop a 5/4 Axe Grinder turn 2. Turn 3. What do I feel more confident in? I mean, Axe Grinder turn 3 looks pretty solid. He gets to collect turn 3, get a 3/3. I mean, we're probably dropping the Red Devil then. Also, I go Axe Grinder this side and get Yak Mastered. Let's go. I'm not afraid. He's got the lands for the Yak Master, I'm gonna call him now. I don't remember his name. Yak Shepherd? Oh. What? No way, switching sides? Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I'm getting stomped. Never mind, we're fine. No, I only got one mountain. Oh, no. That Topaz Yak... I mean, he was gonna come down anyways. Oh, that's really bad. I mean, that was just an awful opener for us. Our Axe Grinder would have died left side. Probably to the Topaz Yak instead. Desert, he would have had to, like, training... Might have worked out better, though. But we're kind of invested in this, so let's just clear the boards. Or, not clear the board, clear the way. Yeah. If that guy comes in and attacks, we can ping it with a farm boy. Which is... neat, maybe. On-curve Sapphire, yeah, is always very difficult. It's okay, that guy's gotta leave the well now, and Fickle doesn't actually have decent answers to maintain collection, so he just goes back. That makes sense. I could prep a creature here. This costs 4, 7. Can't quite play Hellfire on top. I mean, Hellfire doesn't make sense here. I think we're just gonna line up... I think we'll just line up a Red Devil. I do want to deal with that. And then an Axe Grinder. Should be cool with that. Should also be wary of like a double neutral Yak attack in the future. Value trading my farm boy. I don't think I care that much. We can follow up Shaker. It's gonna be another Topaz. Faeria. I think we can be fine on the next turn. It's not a lot of proactivity that, or what's the word? Reactivity? I mean, Yax has the Topaz Yak. That's about it that can happen here. We know that he's got training in the list, but I mean, it's pretty expensive to training this. I guess it's worth it to keep this guy alive, though. Yak attack does come down, but we don't see the double neutral. Our farm boy's safe. But he is going to stand on our mountain. So that hurts a little bit. Command. That's a little rude. Oh man, the command. Actually super annoying. I need this dead. Can we just high roll Hellfire here? Is that intelligent? I think I have to. I don't think I have other options. I'm gonna take 10 to the face next turn. But we can do it first. I guess. I just need 3 pings on this. Oh, it's not like that likely though. Maybe I just go defensive shaker. He hits us for 10. Oh well. It's just not super likely we kill this, and I don't want to waste my Faeria on Hellfire that does nothing. Like, we probably kill the Yak and deny 1 collection, but I think I'd rather just have Shaker on boards. Yeah, let's slow play a little bit. Farm Boy, I guess you're fine. He's gotta come here to hit face. And we end up dealing the 2 damage that he gained anyways. But we get another creature produced on boards. Still has Yak attack. Oh, running away. Yeah, that's pretty good for him actually. That was really good. I invested my ground shake. I invested 2 creatures here and now they're useless. Fantastic. I didn't get any bargain cards so far though. Which is very unfortunate. We got a Flame Burst. I think I'm gonna draw. But I can't draw and actually play anything, unfortunately. Yeah. Flame Burst this. No bargain cards out of the 6 that I'm running. Very unfortunately. More shaker value. I'm gonna have to build lands, unfortunately, because I can't play any red cards. Triple! Oh baby, we got the triple. I think we will expand. He'll just run away, but at least if we build this land, we can do a thing. We can prep this land, maybe. I don't think I need to Shaker. It doesn't really accomplish anything right now. We can hold. Maybe he plays harder into the Shaker, and I'm cool with that. Another Emperor's Command. I mean, command's fine. $17 Faeria. Next turn we can possibly Shaker plus Hellfire. Clear the boards. Crystal Flower. Okay. Going face then, maybe? If he goes face and finds an answer to this, I am in a very bad spot. I wish I knew what stat line that guy was at. 13, apparently. Wow. Yeah, I guess we're just dead. Well done. I guess we're just dead. What does the most damage? Is there a hope we kill this? Is there any hope? I guess Shaker Wrath. It's pretty hopeful. You got me. Faeria a bit too much. Alright, game 2. So... I think we can Rakoans. Just gotta think about the next match, which is probably red then. But I don't want to fight yellow with the green-red particularly. I think we'll go Rakoans. And we can slow play this one a little bit more. Not die to Safariak. In that previous match, I don't think it would have made a difference going sidelines. But knowing there's a training in the list now is good information. Can kind of play around that. Could even hang on to the volley in preparation for that maybe, but I don't have a playable creature here. These are both 3 of copies. I think we can hope for a creature by tossing. Is this worth hanging on to? Just for training? I don't really think so. No, we're gonna toss it. We would like a starting creature here. Where's Shara when you need her? Shara would have been pretty good. So do we play into training? I guess we don't need to. We're 2 lands away from Illusionist, so we'll just play here. Double neutral. Oh no. Falcon Dive. One land away. Very sad. At least we have the Explorer, we can defend our land a little bit. And then probably set up Reveler on left side. Oh my god, these land counts are so bad. At least there's no Safariak. I think we can survive. See, this will actually go to 2 power with this, right? We could actually line this up to trade. It'll get buffed with Chieftain, and then we can follow up Spirit Theft. Right, if we go here, but we also risk training. We do risk training. Do I care that much if he trainings? He has to invest a desert. And then he's over here. I think we're okay with it. Not that okay, but it'll be fine. We'll survive. We have soul drains in this list. Unless it's another Topaz Yak. But if it's another Topaz Yak, I think I'm even more fine because we do get to theft it. Develop Chieftain safely into the 2-3. Illusion is so expensive. Sapphire Yak? That would suck. Okay, no Sapphire Yak. Champion might be huge. Also depends where we want to dash it. Okay. Definitely want to play the Chieftain here with a desert play. Probably going over this side. I could come this way. Try and set up a double collector. So here, 4-5, we get a 6-6 champion. Do I want champion on the lake? I think on the lake's pretty good. He can't draw for Sapphire Yak then. So, desert this side. Oh, that means I have to play champion first. Yeah, that's why I did it this way. I'll play you here. Champion first. Then we'll hit. Theft. Okay, I think not terrible. He gets to potentially lock us out of collections here, but I think it's worth stepping on the lake just to stop a draw Sapphire Yak. Can even set up a double collector with double neutral Longhorned Yak. Now he's switching sides. Okay. Do I care about this? Do we just set up double collector or do we push at this point? How do I deal with this? I need to draw if I want to deal with that. Spirit Theft. Still no lake produced. Okay, can hang on to the Longhorns for now. I think Spirit Theft or Soul Drain would have been pretty neat here to take out the 3-1. So I think it was worth drawing. We're not looking that bad on Faeria collections. This guy gets Topaz Yacked. Second lake is played. What does that mean? Double Ruby Yank. Okay. It's gonna be a little bit of damage. Going towards my face now. What? Okay. We're getting Rubiak OTK'd? Interesting. Well. We got a Crystal Spice, we can check. We're on 5 lands. Is Dreamweaver worth it? Honestly, Boulder Thrower could be worth it. Maybe. Like, he doesn't have any answers to this. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on 5. I could just Dreamweaver and heal myself. That might be the play. Boulder Thrower is a little silly. Ice Rock or Colossus. I guess just Ice Rock. See if we can bait out Illusionist here. I know he's got Famine, but he just played one. He wouldn't have another one, right? Now the Dreamweaver does require that we build 2 more lands, which is expensive. So I don't know if it'll happen, but I think it's a good back pocket answer. Yeah, I think I'd rather just double neutral here and drop Ice Rock. I only have 5 lands built. I'm stupid. Oh no. Okay. Is this worth playing? I guess we can volley this. Clear the board then. I think it's worth doing something with our Faeria because we only have to play Ice Rock next turn. I hope he doesn't have, like, actual Rubiag combo in the deck. That would be very silly, but it's also insanely expensive, so I don't think he can pull that off. We kind of know his deck already. More or less. The Topaz Yaks Center. JT! It's a moon. Thanks very much for the sub. I saw you were participating. Probably Yak Attack, right? You know what? That's fine. We can Is that fine? It's not that fine. Getting to dangerous HP thresholds here. Oof. Very dangerous. Do I Ice Rock my face? I think we have to volley. Oh, That's not good. So if we volley this, I'm at 5 HP. This gets another hit, which puts me down to 3. So I'm definitely just building up towards Dream Reaver. Which means I'm probably actually going back. Oh, I think I was supposed to do the other one. I don't think I can afford this. 2. Yeah, I can afford it. This also protects against Topaz Yak. So we should be okay. He can training, yeah. Oh, GG. Well done, Fickle. Well done. The Rubiac just unexpected. Alright, GG to Fickle. He's gonna take this series, besting me and moving on to the next set. Well done. And we'll move on to casting then. Crazy. That's kind of unfortunate. I didn't get to show off my silly decks. But maybe next tournament then. I'll save the surprises for next tournament. Alright everyone, welcome back. We're starting off with JT versus Mama Ocean in the round of 8. Best of 5 this time. We got knocked out in the first round against Fickle with his Yak list. So now we're moving on to casting. And we'll see what the other players have in store for us. Mama Ocean with 2 red lists. Almost identical counts. JT's got some colorful things going on. So what are players looking to ban? Mama Ocean with the double reds. Looking at the yellow red. Maybe not. Not sure. JT looking to ban green. This is surprising to me. With double blues in his lineup, looking to ban green seems a little bit odd to me. Because I think you're probably favored, but it depends on what's in the list, really. And then he's got like a swarmy list up here. I don't think he needs to care too much about green, but I could be wrong. All depends on what card choices are actually in these decks. Very comfortable fighting the red lists then in that case. Red can be very spooky. I find mono green usually an easier one to beat. The reds are I'm definitely more scared of more often than not. But that is going to be the ban. And Mama Ocean locking in the ban on the multicolor. Probably maybe he just doesn't want to deal with Crassius or anything. I don't think he needs to care with the double reds though. But maybe one red is not good enough. Okay, we're going to lead with a red list into the green, JT starting with. So if JT does manage to beat this potentially favored matchup with the green in there, Mama Ocean probably counters with the yellow. And then, I don't know what JT is going to use to answer the follow-up red. But maybe that yellow-blue list has some beef. We've got a Plague Bearer in here. Interesting. Rakoans. Oh, is this the Rain of Fish? I missed what the first few cards were. Turn 1 Plague Bearer. Let's go. And these Battletoads are looking very awkward in JT's hand now. Thinking about starting Forest for that Recruiter instead. Yeah, there's a question of, do you want to fight this Plague Bearer to get it off the board so you can actually swarm? I think answer is yes, honestly. Because the other option is, I just go over here, do my own thing, and now my opponent has to worry about this Plague Bearer hitting his own creatures. But I think JT is more concerned about this Plague Bearer than Mama Ocean is. He's playing Rain of Fish. He really needs this guy off the boards, and I don't think he has any answers for this. Not direct from hand answers, at least. He's kind of got to build his lands up towards it. Second Plague Bearer drawn. Mama Ocean can just sit. Oh, I see the idea. We're just going to kind of sit here. And +1. If our opponent's not going to play cards and not push us, we're just going to keep +1ing and building up to our Wrath of Ignis win condition. I think Mama Ocean can just keep +1ing and passing, yeah. He doesn't have to do anything. And honestly, with these first few cards played, I think Mama Ocean can kind of detect what's coming. Can kind of theorize that it's probably Rain of Fish in the late game, and that's the win condition. Now, Rain of Fish can come down with a Gift of Krakoa on the same turn, so that might be something that he needs to be concerned about. But, I mean, just keep +1ing for Wrath of Ignis seems pretty cool. Should be able to manage. Now we are on 2 mountains, so we're not going to see like Meteor or anything. So, I mean, I don't know. I think JT's win condition here is Rain of Fish. Oh, what? No way you play Battletoads. What? No way, JT. I can't believe this. Wait, Flame Burst. Okay. Sure, we're going in for the clears now. I mean, the Battletoads were invested. It's so worth it now to just trade off that Plague Bearer. Why not? We can run the Ignoozy Ritualist. Close to the land if we want. Freedom Fighter! Alright. That's an answer. Double neutral? To get him up in the lands? I don't think that was needed. I think we could have just laked to the center. I mean, our win condition is just Rain of Fish, right? And it's unlikely this 6-3 is going to pose a threat to face when Mama Ocean's on 15 Faeria. I think he's going to have some answers. Just a feeling. Let's see. Shaker Wrath Ignis? Is that going to come down? I think that makes the most sense. Probably can clear both these toads. And all that Faeria is now spent. Oh, didn't quite get it. This was the toad we wanted to clear, though. To save our Ignis. Seed of Paradise. Yeah, so Rain of Fish might come down here, but with these double neutrals built, like, we might just get a fish die for no reason. We're safe. I think JT is pulling the trigger a little bit too soon also. Definitely still think our win condition is Rain of Fish plus Gift of Rakoa on the same turn. I don't think we're under any pressure. 5 HP is fine. Alright, Wrath of Ignis will do it. Village Elder in the list, okay. And there we go. Okay, Mama Ocean taking the first victory. Which is actually crazy, because this was the red into the green, right? We were hoping the green would win there. Now JT's got to maybe use a suboptimal list. I mean, maybe this one's chonky, like I said. Okay, we'll give El Panico a score of 1. He's on the boards. Turn 1 Village Elder. Not turn 1 Plague Bearer this time. Oh my god. Double Plague Bearer. Okay, JT has got the Ancient Herald start. That's a start. Gonna dodge the lands. Makes sense. Your opponent's got the Ignuzi guy. Okay, so these chonkies might do alright. We'll see how it goes. I think Plague Bear is pretty nasty though. Representing 4 damage. Unless like a Soul Drain's drawn or something. So Mama Ocean debating whether he wants to go left side. Just plus once. That's all we need. Hellfire, I think probably we're just playing Plague Bearer left side, right? Which will unfortunately get soul drained. Just the Ignuzi. Okay. Plague Bearer, not so comfortable with that. I guess we're just gonna go for this and hope for Gary plus Shaker, ideally. Dodging and... oh. Okay. Value trading. It plays into Shaker a little bit. Is that okay? Looks like Shaker wasn't drawn, but there is a Garrodin. Does Garrodin do anything? Not really. We need to clear the 5-1 if we're playing Gary, right? I guess we can Gary and Flame Burst, actually. That's not bad at all. Ignore the 5-1. Yeah, I mean, we take out the double collector, right? This seems pretty solid. Unfortunately, we can't play Hellfire next turn, right? Oh, we can. Yeah, we can. Little shimmy to get the discount on the Colossus. And we lock in this land as well, which is kind of cool. Do we not just Hellfire? Alright, that's nearly a GG. Really? Oh yeah, we have to, sorry. Yeah, I'm stupid. Okay. We'll smack for 7. Oh my god, car alarm going off again. There's been so many car alarms in my area going off for like hours upon hours. Very annoying. Oh my god. What a champion. Gets the perfect Hellfire pings. That was 5 pings. Okay, crazy. JT can keep applying the pressure though. And Mama Ocean's now on no Faeria. So it's still gonna be really tough. I think... What's this at? 5? We need to hope for 3 pings on this, right? I don't want to go for that. I'm thinking Plague Bearer. We would rather be on 8 HP than 3 HP. But I think we just... This is the safest line. Probably Soul Drain here. I mean, if Soul Drain comes down, we can't really play too much else. I mean, I probably just play the Fnatic. The Village Elder's pretty cute with the Plague Bearer. Takes a draw, the madman. Alright, I think we have an answer. And then we just have to pray that there's no Wind Soldier. Of course, we don't get to develop anything on board here, so... Oh. Alright, JT getting the victory. And we're tied up 1-1. Managing to beat the red list. Mama Ocean probably countering with the yellow-blue. No! We're going in for seconds. When the fire dies out, we just stoke it again. This is probably, I mean, it's obviously not going to be Ignoozy anymore, so this is probably more like Red Combat. Or Mechs with Village Elder. I think Alpanico's found a new favorite card. It used to be the Lost Explorer. Turn 1, Collectors. Double Detonate sitting in hand. Playing Sunken Tower. No. Flamethrower. Ooh. Snazzy. Nice to get that guy down as early as possible. So you give your opponent less chances to draw an answer. Oh, we drew an answer. We'll collect with the sunken tower. Might as well drop another collector behind. These 5/5s are a little bit awkward. Bomb slinger. Okay. Not great. There's an option to just dump a Colossus to fight that stat line instead. I kind of don't mind that. I don't know, 6-cost Colossus. There's just not really great answers. Like, it seems like a 6-cost Colossus is the best bet here, and I think JT agrees. I think we'll probably get Slingered though, plus a single detonate. And then we get value traded. It's unfortunate, but I think JT still made the right play there. I don't know what else you really do. You could try to step back and then hope for a training. I don't think he's running training. He's running the tower. You're just hoping for a second soldier in top deck, I guess. Not finding it. Taking that guy out. We can ninja the junk feet. I mean, do we even need to clear the junk feet? There's an option where we just clear this guy. Also, we lost a sunken tower charge for no reason, I think. I don't know why we did this. Because our Ninja Toad was going to collect anyways. Decides to take the junk feet. I guess we can play Herald into this, maybe. Ooh. Not when there's a Seifer on board. These 5/6 stat lines JT's just struggling with without training in the list is pretty brutal. Takes a draw. Derelict Tower, the sunken tower. Just to make him feel sad. JT clearly lining up the sunken tower because he wants to collect. But nope. Oh. Takes the 5/5 out though. Sure. I guess who cares about tower. Oh, we are running training. Well, bye Seifer. So many draws. Oh. No, Seifer lives. We can explore the other way. I mean, now that there's so much investment in left side, we might be able to sneak in and explore going right side. It's looking pretty dire, but yeah, I mean, if we want to play this out, then that seems like the only reasonable play. Oh, also a ritualist list. Cool. Ritualist. So, I guess we're probably running Wrath in this too, then. Interesting. Wrath with Detonate. Oh, we have a second training too? Tower and training? Wow. All the mobilities. Wait, why not tow ship? We can line up a clear on Seifer. Flamethrower. Yeah, Brigand Flamethrower. Okay. Gonna be tough to step in range of the Flamethrower now. Top deck's the Soul Drain, just when you need it. I'd say Soul Drain and then tow ship and take this land away from our opponent. Oh my god, stop drawing. I think we have enough cards now. But yeah, we'll scoop the land away. Yeah, so I think in this position, I mean, unless you're unless you're digging for more removal tricks, but I don't think there's going to be too many more. Just like a single Soul Drain left, right? Really just want to +1 so we can play our stuff. But I mean, like nothing matters, of course. We're in a pretty bad spot. Yeah, that looks like game for Mama Ocean. Which leaves just one list left for JT to counter this other red with. We're gonna go in for the value trades. Okay. Mystic Beast. We're gonna just clear it, maybe? Derelict Tower ping. Shaker ping. Many ping. I wonder if there was lethal there. Is there? Nah. Actually, was there lethal? No. Sets them to 7. Okay. We got there. Okay, Mama Ocean 2-1. JT's got to counter with the red-yellow now. Red-yellow with 5 neutrals. There's 2 dual colors. This might be a max. No, there's too many yellows. 2 dual color cards? Oh, you'd run triple airbots, so that's probably... I'm not sure. Eel? Scourge Flame? Control. Wait, so what are the dual colored cards then? Scourge Flame? I guess it could be Eel. We'll have to find out. We get the Divine Guardian start, that's not bad. Very expensive looking hand. land-wise. But we will have answers to flamethrowers this game. Double shaker. Very cool. Moving up, not going to side collections, not confident in the late game. So we're only on 11, just shy of double shaker, unfortunately. But we can just build up to that next turn. So, not the end of the world. Was that reasonable to just dump shaker? I guess to deny one collection, does it matter if this is on 5 HP? I guess it's fine. Like, I'm just debating whether it would have been better to hold the shaker so you get a healthier ground shaker, but I mean, really what counters this is your opponent's ground shaker, which sets it to 5 anyways, so I guess it's fine. Ooh, no choking. Disappointed. Alright, so we'll wait for Soul Drain answer. Really unfortunate we didn't get the Choking Sand though, because I don't know if this is going to hit many other things. And honestly, on that turn, we could have gone for the desert instead. Well, he wouldn't have played this, because there was the village elder still alive. Yeah, okay. Double shaker down now. Maybe flamethrower feels comfortable. What do we have? We have Baldurion, Cannon Carrier. Sure, I mean this is the sturdiest thing that isn't shaker, I suppose. Oh, actually choking target. Not bad. Oh. I don't know if I like that. I would have liked to just clear this left side, I think. We have the bodies here anyways to clear, right? I think we could have just chokinged the bigger target. Because, yeah, now he's double collecting and we don't have an answer to it. That's gonna get away from us. Though we do have Scourge next turn, so maybe JT is just confident that he can push on the gas. As long as his ground shakers stay at healthy HPs. But Baldurion's gonna put a stop to that, I think. What if we Scourge clear left sides? No, we can't do that. We need Flame Burst. Yeah, we just have to okay. I think we wanted to Flame Burst that. I mean, maybe the Scourge this turn is strong, but Mama Ocean's double collecting. I don't think this is the turn for tempo. Maybe it is. Maybe we have enough burn damage. Like, if we count the numbers, actually, it's probably pretty unlikely he can find a clear on this Scourge Flame this turn. So we're going to get another 5 damage in. And then what? You're on 8? With the Flame Burst in hand, you're on 5, actually. And then we just have to top deck 5 damage. Which is probably possible. Okay, I mean, this was the plan. Let's just stick with it. Smack. We will need... And no mech came down either, which means detonate's not going to be an answer. Probably just going to be a hit with the Seifer, which is great, because that's all the damage we need. We just need to find the Seifer's Wrath target. And no healing from Mama Ocean. He's saying well played already. Yeah, I mean... No way, JT, don't throw! Oh no! I can't believe it. I mean, that's probably not a throw, but it's so much easier to find a 2 damage answer than it is 3. Okay, I mean, JT probably still has it. It's just a top deck flame burst, but it's just harder now. We just made it more difficult for ourselves for no reason, really. Like, now our answer has to be exactly flame burst. Or scourge flame, I guess. Like before, we would have just had lethal with that little guy on board. Or maybe El Panico would have been more cautious with the 2 HP and not played Cannon Carrier. Alright, JT, you better top deck that Flame Burst. I'm gonna be very disappointed. I mean, we've got 2 Flame Bursts left in the deck. It's possible that he never draws one for the rest of this match. There's a second Scourge Flame, so we've got 3 cards that present a lethal in our deck. And then double Seifer's Wrath is also another one. Or Wrath plus Shaker. Actually, Wrath is now also an answer, so we do actually have a lot of answers to win. Not if our mountains are all stepped on, though. So how can Mama Ocean close out a lethal in as little time as possible? Do we just Cannon Carrier? Oh, we can't. Flamethrower, I guess. No, we could have Cannon Carriered. Okay, that's lethal in hand. GG. Okay, we found it. Alright. Keeping the series interesting, going 2-2 into the final round. Mama Ocean stating his worries. With yellow-blue. Was the double Ignuzi not enough? It's Flyers, blue yellow. With the Drake Rider. Interesting. Drake Rider's gonna be very, 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 very sad into choking. +1 Drake Rider is probably not terrible here. In the double collection spot. It is gonna get shakered, I imagine. Chaos? Wait, Chaos? Right, we are going to 6 lands. Okay, sure. We can use removal to get this guy corrupted. I mean, it's funny. That's about it, it's funny. Yeah, I mean, just Wrath the 5-2. We're currently under no threats with this guy. There is a Fanatic in hand. So if we're... okay, block the collection. So I think Mama Ocean has a window here where he can buff this guy and get in some face slaps. And I think he needs to take that window. Forgo collections? I mean, if he's not confident in his late game, then we need to go for face. And I think that's reasonable. It's only 5 power, though. It's only a 5/5. And we don't get to produce an aggro land, so it's very debatable. Would he run hook? With, like, no creatures is the question. Oh, he's trying to play around hook? I don't think you play around hook. Like, yeah, like Opanico was mentioning, would he run hook with no creatures? Like, I would predict no. There's so many removal events in this. It's clearly meant to be like a control deck, and hook just wouldn't make much sense. Especially when you're running Scourge Flame, there's just no room for hook. He chickens out. Did draw the Spirit Theft though, so I actually don't mind this line anymore. Maybe this guy becomes a bait that JT wants to clear, so that maybe we can Spirit Theft the Shaker on right side, but I mean, it's possible that JT goes for that line. We do have a clear on this guy in hand with the Derelict Tower Seifer's Wrath, and then we can full clear with the Grand Shaker on board. And maybe he plays into it. Though if he was doing that play, I probably would have... Oh, he's going for it. Oh, no. Oh, no. And I feel like if he was going for that play, I would have preferred going between wells to double collect, but he played into it. Happy El Panico. And we can even follow up... do we follow up with Fnatic? I'm not sure I like that, honestly. Do I? I guess I like it, because if JT has an answer to this, he's got to spend all his Faeria here, right? He could play Divine Guardian. But yeah, like that Flame Burst, all of his Faeria this turn, so he's not doing anything. This gives Mama Ocean some tempo, like a chance to draw into a playable card this turn, and he drew it. Now... Yeah, do you want to play the Drake Rider, though? You know that your opponent runs Choking Sand. Yeah, I think we just play it. Same scenario, though. If Choking Sand comes down, that's all JT is playing. We, of course, do have Flame Burst plus Derelict Tower here, but same sort of idea. We're just going to +1. I like it. This lines up Colossus for next turn, which is actually pretty solid. Mama Ocean can't play anything. We get the Water Alley, sure. We have another answer in hand with Soul Drain. Just a question whether we go for Colossus or the Soul Drain clear. I think the Soul Drain clear is not awful. Yeah, you know your opponent has Shaker in hand. This is information that we gained. Well, I mean, the Spirit Theft came down. So we're just going to kind of trade back and forth for a little while. And Mama Ocean just consistently playing these two double collectors. Choking Sand picked up. Oh, Soul Drain picked up! No way! That's huge. Okay. We're going back and forth for a while, but I think JT has come out on top in this exchange. That is pretty brutal. As Mama Ocean, I might look to even double neutral Shaker face. Sorry, we can't Shaker. We're not on that much. Okay. This might be it. Honestly, JT being able to get a creature to stick and a Colossus at that, with all the removal in hand that he would need to deal with Mama Ocean's stuff, looking pretty hot. The Twin Soul is a decent answer here. This will be a lot more difficult to remove. Can't be Choking Sands did. Nightmare doesn't feel good on this. Honestly, not too bad. Divine Guardian, great pickup here. Maybe we... Yeah, we can't really play Chaos. Okay, we'll just throw him face, I guess. Sure. We collect, and then Shaker. Soul Drain, beautiful answer, honestly. Dropping this guy down to 5/5 stats. I think JT was a little bit too quick to pull the 6/6. Maintaining collections looked pretty cool there. JT was had the winning advantage. Mama Ocean was on the back foot, so he was having to take suboptimal plays, but JT had the option to take optimal plays since he was ahead. But I think the Shaker Soul Drain is going to bring him back. Holy. What a turn of events. This game has just been back and forth all the way through. That was a mistake? Yes, that was a mistake. We should have been on the land, probably. Play as the Divine Guardian for extra stats. What a fun experience. Are we dead? I think we're dead. Wow. What just happened? Well, yeah, one misplay can cost us the whole game. That's too bad. I mean, so what? This guy would have been on a 5/5 stat line, but backwards if he didn't go face. I think Opanico could have dealt with that, honestly. Not too bad. Not getting hit in the face, only a 5/5 to deal with. Apparently Chaos did it, and but yeah, a little bit of a misplay, not playing the Shaker to defend his land. And JT winning that series, what an upset. Crazy last match there. Alright everyone, welcome back to the Seifer Open number 3. This is the semifinals. Martis versus Stinky Bad Boy. Neither of these players of which we've seen yet in this tournament. We've actually had to jump around quite a bit. See all the players' decks. Looks like no Crassius from Martis today. Some pretty standard, solid colors from both players, it looks like. We actually got some mono blue going on. I like the 5.6. That sparks interest in me. 7s or maybe Dream Reaver. But 6 neutrals though. Stinky's got a red-yellow going on. Yeah, the green-red is banned. Stinky banning the 5.6 blue, so we're not going to get to see this one. Hasn't locked it in yet. Interesting though. Is blue the ban here for Stinky? We've got... Probably our fragility lies in our 2 lists over on the left, right? We got yellow, red-yellow. I mean, blue. I might think about banning red. What's our answer to red, right? If this gets banned, we need to think about what happens if each of our lists get banned. If Stinky's green-red gets banned, how do we answer the red? I suppose you could also make a similar argument for the blue, though. If it's 5.6, probably got some chunky stat lines in there. How are we answering this? Maybe we can answer it with our own blue, with, like, if we've got Frogify's. I don't know, Frogify is not a very popular pick anymore. It's just Humbling Vision. So maybe blue is the correct ban. If we're worried about those chunky bodies. Blue should be able to handle green. I think you can comfortably say the blue's not going to get banned also. This is not usually somebody's first ban. The 5.6 might have some differences to it. Maybe we're more spooked. Stinky actually starting with the blue, though. I would be very scared to start with blue here. If we lose this, what is our answer to red, to green anymore? Oh no. And red's generally decently favored into the blue matchup. Stinky hasn't locked it in yet. Though, as Martis, I might want to hold the red for his yellow. I almost wanted to start with yellow in that match. But okay, we'll see how the rest of the series plays out. I'm scared for Stinky's end game in the series overall. Is it mechs? Okay, it looks like just maybe some standard blue jump going on Stinky's side. We do have a Frogify. And Martis with the grappling hook. Still don't know quite what the archetype is. Is it mechs? Or is it just a red deck? Red mid-range. Well, it's a slower red to be sure. With these. Brigand drawn. Bulgarian's not going to be happy when that Frogify comes down, but maybe we can bait that out with something else like Shaker. Oh, we got double Frogify. Never mind. So I say that red is generally favored into blue, but anything can happen in a match. We could see a Frogify coming down on that Bulgarian and swing the game massively in Stinky's favor. It looks like it is mechs. We drew the cannon carrier. Debating playing that Trident Trainer or not. We will. Protect against maybe a Horse Master we're fearful of. So not a lot that Martis wants to play on this particular turn, but just looking to set up maybe a hook shot for the next turn. So maybe we even step the 2-3 up in trade range and shake her backwards. Oh, not lining up the hook lines. Interesting. I don't know why we wouldn't. We were just fearful of movement trick. This gets hit. Maybe it's just too obvious if we put Shaker backwards. There are mind games you have to play when you're lining up hook. Because you don't want to make it too obvious that your opponent's like, oh yeah, he's going up to 5 lands soon. He can hook. I kind of get the idea of going between lands with your 5th mountain, but yeah, now if the leg comes here, maybe you're forced to build the land on the right side. Are we dumping a Colossus? No, just Toads. And Stinky playing around the hook shot. Maybe it was obvious after all. I mean, when your opponent plays a 4th mountain, when double neutral would have done better. It is pretty obvious. Shaker, second shaker picked up. Does that do anything? I think Martis can slow play a little bit. Stinky swarmed quite a bit, so we can build up towards a big detonate play. So I think just, yeah, casually collecting on left side. We can either keep the shaker here or retreat. Just to play out of range of the 4-3 maybe. He can hop this way, but this land's not ideal for Stinky. I think just mountain on left side, step up, collect. Say, come at me 3-3. I got a ground shaker in hand. What are you gonna do about it? Hook! Wait, what? Oh, how did I miss that? I completely missed that the 3-3 was in fact in range of hook. Okay, I'm just a bad player. Yep, that's not bad. Do I like the shaker here? I guess that's fine. If you put it here, then it's not really doing much when he just retreats. Yeah, sure, I like it. And it takes a bit of an investment for Stinky to clear this one, which isn't actually accomplishing much. It's not collecting. This is the big guy. I think, though, it's still beneficial for Stinky to just clear this and then dump a Colossus face. Right now, we're losing big time on board, right, with the collections. So I think going face is pretty solid. Maybe we're planning on frogifying, though. Okay. I guess we block this collection, frogify this guy, and then move in with the Colossus. Sure. Oh, we're going defensive? I like the aggressive Colossus. When you're behind on board, I think going aggressive is the best option. Not here, per se, though. Would have preferred being at the well, but maybe we're fearful of cannon carrier, I don't know. Oh, Sunken Tower is not bad to protect our face and then move the... Oh, we can't move the 2-3, then it's in range. It's in trade range. We're protecting our frog. Okay, but I mean, with Sunken Tower in our hands and now on board, we could have easily, I think, played the 7-7 backwards. Looks like Martis wants to chase. Seems reasonable. I'm not sure I like the tower coming down. I mean, if our opponent wanted to clear our toad, he was going to build a land to collect anyways. Why waste 2 Faeria on that? And the Bulgarian does come down, and we didn't get our Frogify baited, so that looks pretty excellent. And I guess we just hit face. We do have to get this Colossus to hit face 3 times, which is a lot to ask for. But I think we're way behind now. Yeah, I don't like the tower. I think if we had 2 extra Faeria to work with here... Oh. Wait, what? Why did we do this? I don't know why we even were concerned with the toad. Because it could collect. But like our opponent's triple collecting, might as well give them quad collect. Let's just go for face hits, I think, at this point. Because going for control lines, the idea behind that is... the idea behind control lines is we want to control the board. We're never controlling this board. Let's just go rush. Tempo. Oh no. Goes backwards and collects. I mean, nothing's really good here anymore. Like, if our opponent was on 14 HP here, then we have a potential Ninja Toad Aurora lethal, right? And we could have got him down to that much HP. There's a command in Martis's hand, though, but I wouldn't really play around this. I wouldn't expect Max to really run this card. Again, because we're behind, Face Hits just seemed best. I mean, 6 HP is just such a nice threshold for Ninja Toad's Aurora. Okay, we'll throw in the towel. Martis will take victory number 1. Stinky's got a counter. So red did in fact end up beating the blue. But now I don't understand what Stinky has to fight this red list. We're gonna try with the yellow, which typically, I mean, I bring red as a counter to yellow to tournaments, so we'll see how this goes. I mean, this entire series could come down to the banning phase being a big mistake on Stinky's part. We'll see. Maybe he'll prove us wrong. Maybe he's got some chonkers in this yellow list somehow. These don't look very chonky. Demon Wing starts. I mean, yellow is very strong. Yellow Flyers is a very, very strong list. Definitely can beat red. Especially if the cards work out. We have a champion lined up, Bloodfly. I mean, if this Demon Wing's not getting answered in the first few turns, this is great. Great news for Stinky. And it doesn't look like we have any Seifer's Wraths. Which means we get to slow play a little bit, this guy gets to collect, and then maybe we do actually get to play Bloodfly later. Okay, we found a turn 3 drop. Not too bad. Now we just need to find a Soul Drain for the Flamethrower that's coming down. Wrath is now drawn. Oof. Plus the Shaker is pretty brutal. So, I don't think we need to dump the Wrath yet. I think we can slow play, but we're gonna dump it. Choking Sand? Man, so many people running Choking Sand this tournament. I haven't seen this card in ages. People apparently think it's worth it. And I mean, it's no Soul Drain, but I'd rather use it on the Brigand, though. I'm kind of thinking we choke the 2-3 and dump a Bloodfly. Ignore the Flamethrower. Nah. Kill the Flamethrower. Yeah, I don't think the Flamethrower was that threatening this turn. Like, if both of our creatures survive on 2 HP, that's not bad. Like, this guy represents maybe 3 whole Faeria, because it gets to collect this turn, and is gonna combat hit something. So, like, 3 Faeria as opposed to just taking 2 damage on your creatures. I think I would have much preferred to choke the Brigand. Okay, we are on champion here though, so we get to take a value trade. Not too bad. Might want to play around... Oh, I can't remember. Did Martis run Hook in this? Yeah, he did. This was the Hook list. So we want to play around Hook. Stinky knows that Hook exists, so we can play the champion out of Hook range. Probably don't have to worry about Horsemaster. I mean, if you count the neutrals. I don't think Command was seen last game by Stinky. So I guess it's possible that Horsemaster exists in Stinky's mind, but I wouldn't play around it. And we even get to develop another Bloatfly if we want it. I don't know where it would go that's useful though. I'd probably just hold it in hand for now. I guess we need an answer to the Laya, but if we're running the powerful 1 damage options in yellow, I think we can deal with it. We want to play around things like the AoE Shakers and Detonates, so we'll hang on to the Bloatfly for now. Ten Faeria in Martis' hand. That's a lot to work with. Plays the Shaker passively. Now, this guy is interesting. In a normal list, this means that Stinky could probably just ignore this, clear the board, and suddenly this Shaker's in the middle of nowhere, unable to collect. But with Hook in the list, it makes it a little bit less useless. We can optionally hit face and then teleport. Probably want to draw here. Unless we're playing Fnatic, but I don't know what Fnatic does. I think I like Manta Rider protecting this. We do Fnatic. We're using the Fnatic to defend against Hook. Yeah. I mean, we still have our power wheel. I would have liked to draw first, just to see what we had. Because if it was Spirit Theft, that would have been huge. It is not, though. But double Fnatic would have also been huge, because we could have double moved this 5-2 and traded instead, kept our champion alive. Oof. Plays into Firestorm. Found Detonates. Didn't find a Hook or anything. I see. So we did play around the Hook teleport at least, but... So it would have made for a pretty terrible Hook, but Seifer's Wrath plus Hook would have been nice there. Okay, here it looks like just plus... Oh, we don't have to plus 1. We can just Fnatic and collect. So probably draw once again. And I don't think we want to play Bloatfly, because we're playing a little bit hard into AoE. Plus 1 though. I don't think we need plus 1. Another thing this does is play into Hook. Like, I think we would have been fine to just draw and not play the Bloatfly here. This plays into Hook, it plays into AoE, many things. I mean, Hook, it feels pretty bad here, honestly. We don't get to collect, but... Still don't think it was necessary. And I think Stinky definitely wants draws. We've only got a Flash Wind in hand, not very much deck weight. If our whole board gets cleared, sure, we want extra Faeria, but... I mean, if we're holding the Bloatfly, then we actually have extra stuff. Okay, this guy gets to explode. Oh, this doesn't really matter then. We get the aggro mountain, I guess. Okay, that's a lot of pressure now. And that Bloatfly could have just stayed in our hand. And none of this would have happened. Ouch. That looks pretty brutal. We can take a value trade, I guess, with Celestial Tower. Which is not terrible. Our opponent's on 0 Faeria, so Shaker is not possible. What? We're gonna race? No way we race. This seems terrible, honestly. And then we play the Demon Wing into trade range of the 2-4? Yucky. And then we get hit for 9? I mean, why not just take the value trade? And then dump the 5-2 safely. But okay, this is the line. I mean, just on board, I don't think it's gonna really do much. Wait, why don't we clear this? Just dump the flamethrower to block. Alright, yeah, that's gonna be it. So the list that Stinky tried to counter with, not paying off. It was a little bit of an uphill climb, being the unfavored matchup, but... yeah, I think holding that Bloatfly would have done a lot in this match. Okay, so Stinky's gonna have to desperately fight back with his remaining list, which is also not gonna be ideal to fight the red. And we're going 2-0. Slow down, Martis. We still have Bamster on the other end of the bracket. Okay, more red. This was red-yellow, I believe. It had triple dual colors. Oh, it was Mex vs. Mex. Interesting. Double detonate on Stinky's side. Could be very powerful, but extremely slow start. Martis has a much better start. Wait, a Brigand starter into Flamethrower. But Stinky could very well draw into some stuff. Okay. Shaker turn 3 is a play, if we want it, but it's gonna get counter shakered, unfortunately. Oh, okay, we're deserting. No Shaker coming down. We don't even want that option. And a second Shaker's drawn. Okay, well, we're just going for a slow combo play. The desert just sealed our fate. I didn't mind, like, just building the second mountain first, and it gives us an option for Shaker on the follow-up turn. That desert really makes it so we're forced into just this and doing nothing. Did we want to play the Shaker? I don't know. But keeping options open is always good. We are in 4 lands here now, so we can do a detonate play, which I think is solid with the Shaker. We just picked up an Airbot. We could Cannon Carrier. We don't want to invest too much because we are also playing into mechs. So it's either going to be... well, Shaker has to come down. I think it's Airbot, Shaker, Detonate. Because we want the Shaker to be on this space. If we play cannon carrier, Shaker has to go backwards, so I like it. Oh, no. Wait, what? No, we don't need that one. Just Shaker. Oh, this is too much. This is way too much investment. Oh, no. This is just asking to get detonated back. It might not happen. It doesn't look like it will happen. So, Stinky's lucky. Martis didn't have the answers in hand, but if he did, this would have been brutal for him. It's just gonna be a bomb slinger. So I think that pays off. This is Lizard's list with the map dealers. I mean, we have a Shaker. Question is, where do we want it, I guess? I think aggressive Shaker's okay. Like, there's an option to go back and collect here, but we have to build that land. I think just Shaker is fine, aggressive, and we step out the 2-4 to collect for next turn. And yeah, play the Shaker away from the mountains to not get slingered again. And we have the map dealer also. We could set up the map dealer as a potential collector. I like it. So we don't have the answers in hand. I think Stinky's in a pretty good spot. Gonna be really difficult to lose this advantage. Oftentimes in the mech vs mech matchup, it's whoever plays their hand first almost loses, but obviously some nuances to that. It's often a cold war. Yeah, so Stinky here. We have another detonate, right? Yeah, we can just detonate. Clear the Shaker, a lot of face damage. Okay, we're just gonna surrender. Okay, mech list down. Not too bad, so that was a sketchy matchup, but we ended up beating it. Martis countering with the green, this makes sense. I think Stinky is fine to fight the yellow. It's a 1.7. So this is going to be probably the determining match of the series. Is there going to be enough stats to outlast? Or will the mechs just vomit all over them? Oh, it's green ramp. Interesting. I think Martis has the advantage here. It kind of depends. If Stinky can get some really aggressive lines going, then he's going to do pretty well. Airbot start seems reasonable here because we are playing into green. Deepwood Stalker is not run that often anymore. And really that's the only thing you're fearful of playing the airbot. I guess unless you want to combo and play the airbot as a combo piece, but okay, detonate spotted. We want to go up. I think just playing to the side is fine. But we go up. Airbot is frightened. We step back. Okay. Monkey Genius looks kind of good in this matchup because when Stinky plays all of his mechs, he's probably gonna end up setting up like a triple collection somewhere. So Monkey Genius seems pretty solid. But also just HP stats is solid in this matchup too. Very difficult for Red to deal with. And early stats is nice. We play that guy into the Bomb Slinger though. Alright, we definitely are setting ourselves up for combo plays. I wonder if this is actually Lizard's list with the neutral fairy. Yeah, we need a collection land for this guy. Seek Shelter number 2. Unlikely we're gonna play anything off the Seek, but we could just toss it. I don't think we're playing anything too expensive. Like, we're building up to Oak Father, but okay, don't play it. That's fine. Alright, we're just sitting. We're gonna wait for a while. Build up more combo pieces, I think. I don't think there's any reason to go in yet. Double neutral. What does double neutral do? It is unfortunate that this guy gets to step on our mountain. Block our mountain, because really we want to collect here. With a mountain build, I would assume. We're going double neutral. And this means we can't place a mech adjacent. We also, I mean, if our goal is to step up here, we just gave our opponent a stepping land to produce a forest and teleport and kill our guy on board. I don't know if Martis wants to do that. It's pretty slow, and we get our forest back here. Our Queensguard's not advancing. So yeah, we'll just continue marching forwards. Dump a taunter on the well. I don't really understand the double neutral is the thing. Like, we're trying to get a more aggressive mountain spawn maybe, but we can always do that with Cannon Carrier in the future. Like, now we've restricted ourselves to requiring the mountain build next turn, right? Oh, we're just teleporting. And like, this could have been a mountain available to plant a creature here this turn. But now we have to build it. Bloom Sprite Collector. Okay. I honestly think we could probably just hold another turn, because it's really unideal now, or this guy's on our mountain, and next turn Martis does want to step this guy, right? So I think we can hold one more turn, and even just draw a card here instead of placing the mountain, decide where we want to put it later. Unless we want to apply pressure, but the Queensguard can always go back, deal with that. Like, what do we want to do here? If if we're going aggressive. Shaker. Really, I want to play like, if we're doing stuff, I want to do junk feed and stuff, but I'd rather wait for a little bit more value clears on board. Okay, we're going in. Looks like we are going in. Don't think I like the mountain placement though. Well, okay, yeah, we get to detonate. I mean, surely we detonate again rather than double Wrath. Ugh, I don't like it. I think we could have waited one more turn. This seems just really awful. Our junk feat just gets traded. Opponent's still on 11 Faeria. And even now, Stinky's blown his hand. We can just dump an Oakfather face. And Stinky can't do anything about it. Double detonate was... Oh, sorry, one detonate was played. But like his entire hand was blown out here. And now he's got 0 answers to whatever comes face. Yeah, Mex is a very tricky match to pilot, but I think knowing your windows is important. Oh, and we got an Elderwood even from the Bloom Sprite dying off. Insane. That junk feat was so sad. $7.13. Yep, and Stinky with just no gas left in the tank. Martis is safe to just dump all his creatures. Not much we can do about it. And we didn't even get any aggressive creatures out of that exchange, so we can't even optionally go face here. So sad. Can Wrath the Queen's Guard at least, but doesn't really accomplish much. Yeah, I guess just going back, we probably just value trade here, honestly. No Wrath. That's a... I mean, it gives our opponent a collection, but I don't know. I think I'd rather save my damage tools. Guy comes back and collects. I guess we also could have just saved up and value traded the golem if we just wrathed there. Maybe that was just better. Yeah, we're against reds. We don't have to worry, or we're against green. I guess if we're worried about buffs. The buff would have been pretty brutal. Is it time to Oakfather yet? I guess Smartus isn't under any pressure. I don't know, isn't he? I mean, we might as well just Oakfather. I guess we can protect against the airbot. Face. Just dump a mountain here, cannon carrier over, detonate Wrath. It seems like a play. which I really don't mind. I think it's honestly solid. We get a little bit of face damage. There's a 4-2 setup at face with a ocean gap that our opponent has to bridge but doesn't want to, and then our cannon carrier is safe to collect. So I think this is a pretty good opportunity for this. Then 3-3 gets to step on land. And I think that 7-8 is almost forced to go back with a land build. Ooh, yeah, that was a good window, because with the Oakfather not coming down, we don't get to Oakfather feed. And there's actually nothing available to feed. Pretty solid. For Stinky, it looks like. Sad map dealer to fight the 1-1. I mean, just draw. What do we get? Flame Burst. I think just... There's no point in playing map dealer, right? I think just Flame Burst, trade the 2-4, and then go face with 3-3. Just then on 8 HP, we've got 1 Flame Burst in hand. So 5 HP. Martis really looking to draw a taunt here. So it does look like Oakfather feed, we'd have to +1, or we step back and collect, reducing or relieving some pressure. Not a taunt. Gonna have to draw. No taunts. That's huge for Stinky. But I think we can just set up a potential lethal now. 2-turn lethal. Force Stinky to have it this turn. We can do Dwardia. We can do the biggest thing Oakfather had face. And that should line up a lot of damage. That should be a lethal. 6, 11, 18 damage. At face? No, wait. We put it at our opponent's face, for sure. No way. Oh, Hellfire. That's probably lethal. We just need 2 pings face. I mean, it doesn't... Does it even matter? Our opponent didn't even set up lethal. 7, 12, 13. Our opponent didn't even set up lethal. I mean, surely we just ripped the Hellfire. Just need 2 face pings. Oh no. Not a single face ping. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I guess just draw, you have to. That's very not good. But Martis really missing the mark, not setting up lethal. I mean, I don't really see what this achieves. I think it's so likely you have the lethal. Less likely if you go for slow control lines like this that you're actually going to be able to kill your opponent. But, yeah, I mean, just, I guess hit face for 12 here. It's still... I don't know, Stinky needs either a Wrath top deck in 2 draws, or a Flame Burst top deck in 1 draw, because he has to +1 for it. We've already played 1 Flame Burst. What's Martis thinking about here? Draws? Does this guy not want to win? Oh my god. I mean, I guess we just set up a creature to lethal next turn. Same difference, sure. Treasure map. Draw for it. It's a fairy, that's not it. You gotta top deck the Seifer's Wrath now. I mean, there's no other option. He's processing. I hope he doesn't forget that Duardia exists. Okay. And we don't find it. Okay, close match. But Martis is gonna take it. I think Martis gave a little bit too much of a window there, though, for Stinky. He could have won this turn. Martis would have been very sad about that, I think. But Martis moving on to the finals. Okay, welcome back, everyone. We're jumping into the other end of the bracket on the semifinals. Partway through the match, it looks like JT lost the first match. So he's got a counter Bamster's yellow list over here. Looks like the Oath, his famous Oath to Oblivion list. JT's going to use the colorful list. Fickle also streaming this on his end. So if you want to get his perspective, you can go over to his Twitch. But I don't believe he uploads to YouTube. Alright, we get to see Rakoans again. Actually a pretty favored matchup into Husk because the deck weight is so low. And the Husk player just likes to give cards. The Explorer here allows us to set up a double collection. Very cool with the Recruiter. Oh, I guess it didn't matter. Yeah, it mattered. We need this land. Okay, solid opener versus Husk. We got the Bamster start over here, though, with double Merchant, double Teller. Incredible. Underground Boss looking very solid. Into Swarm. I mean, so is Copter, but I think it's debatable. You have answers to the boss. With your future flyers, I guess. And the boss requires lands. Maybe Copter's the pick instead. Yeah, I mean, JT is not going to have mobility tricks, so maybe it's going to be more challenging to use the boss. I like the Copter pick. Oh no. Are we going again? Merchant number 2? I don't think it's needed. We also don't want to step up into range of illusionists pretty soon. So I think hanging on to it for now is fine. So Bamster's win condition, honestly going to be kind of tricky. We're going to have to use our mobility tricks to sneak in some 5 face damage pokes. Maybe with the future Oblivion Riders and the Champions. But for now, JT is going to be able to infinitely swarm. Freedom Fighter given. That Freedom Fighter could be pretty cool in the future. Get to take some value trades. Storyteller, always good to note what cards are being burned. This gives some information. Like, you know there's not going to be triple Cannoneer to deal with anymore, or a triple Champion. My YouTube player is having issues today, is why the music keeps cutting out. I could download all the music I use, but I like to just play them in YouTube so that the creators get extra views, since I'm using them for free. Let's go to 144p. Okay, the boss does now come down. Can we get a snazzy copter? Just full clear this right side? Is it worth it? We'd have to double neutral for that. We have to double neutral, invest a soul drain. I'd rather try and find an answer to this boss. That's a little bit cleaner. Just gonna slap down a Grove Guardian. That's fair. Map dealer coming left side. I don't know if I like that. We also played hard into Illusionist for some reason. Backup collector. Wow, we're just going in. Double Oblivion Rider now. Okay. It's a lot of just bodies to kind of chunk your way through. Including your own body. Command... No, wait. We have a chieftain. Oh my god, my game's freezing. My computer's not having a good day today. Internet had a little oopsie whoopsie there, but we're coming back. Everything all good. Still streaming. Okay, what happened? What did the boss end up doing? I don't know. Looks like we ended up taking a trade. Didn't spend any of the commands. Copter looks clean here though. That's big. That's gonna be pretty difficult to come back from. Ooh, a hard running Phantasm. We got the second Phantasm. Yeah, not much to do here anymore, I think. We can... Maybe we can Chieftain plus Shieldmates on right side. We can tuck the Chieftain onto the right side and then dump the Shieldmates. Just to maintain some collection. We don't go for it though, we build up that second desert. Because this I'm a little bit fearful of the 3-3 just coming over and hitting it, but no soul drains drawn. Okay, I lied. Yep, that was pretty brutal. Shieldmates would have been a nice little body blocker. Wait, we can afford Treasure Seeker too? I didn't think we had enough. Oh, I guess we double collected there. But yeah, well, we don't need to play that. We'll just dump the Storyteller somewhere. Finds a Soul Pact. Ah, Illusionist spotted. Little bit too late. Would have preferred this earlier, but that's okay. Okay, so one card going to JT. Doesn't really matter, both are garbage. Well, literally nothing in hand to really play here. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty tough. I mean, this many turns, being behind on board is going to be very tough to come back. Recruiter was bricked. Guess you guys probably can't see all the cards. I've put my camera in a place where you can at least see like the top or the most recent 3 in the history. I think I've made good screen usage. If only this thing were correct. Sometimes the images are just not correct. It's kind of bugged with some cards. Wait, we played the... What did we play there? We played a 4-4? Without +1ing, we built a lake. But we didn't actually play a lake card. Oh, because we stepped. Oh, right, he played in trade range of us. Yeah, okay. Somehow, left side has been left open. We can potentially clear that with something. I don't know what, though. Double commands, probably not it. Wait. Okay, that was a little strange. I think we wanted to... If we were playing Phantasm, we probably wanted to at least Phantasm the Manta Rider. This thing just trades us anyways, but... Oh no, champion. Poor little 5-5. Okay, well that's gonna be it. Yeah, we even get to collect here, and we'll toss in the surrender, sure. Oh, the score is incorrect. Bamster is 2-0. Okay, one more chance. Never mind. Bamster died. Oh, JT died. Am I gonna die? Oh no, Fickle died! Oh no, I'm next. Abraham, please. We haven't died. Interesting. Alright, I'm Abraham's favorite child. We survived the purge. Wonder what happened there. That was weird. All 3 players disconnected. Maybe... Maybe it's one of those disconnect bugs, like the Wrangler bug, but because we disconnected first, we were like saved from it somehow. Because if you disconnect as a spectator, for some reason, like you can't select cards and stuff. Okay, hopefully JT is back. Ah, sad. Yeah, this was the match, or the list we really wanted to win with. Looks like we won't get there. So we got a blue-yellow to counter back with. 3.9. Might be able to manage. Did we see this list already? Was this like tempo cards, I think? So Toship, not going to be a very great stat line into this. The 5-6 might be okay. Right, I think he's running like Ninja Toads and such. So maybe we can get some Ninja Toad clears on the 0-1s. Pretty expensive, though. Having 4-cost Ninja Toads. Oh, there's Horse Master in here as well? Is there Ninja Toad in this? I thought there was. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Taking a page from Mute's book, running Horse Master and Tempo. Okay, Glide Hopper. Glide Hopper is pretty threatening. I think JT is not in a terrible spot here, though. With the 3-3 coming down, I mean, means we're not going to have to deal with Demon Wing anytime soon. We will have to deal with Glide Hopper, though. But that's not the end of the world, right? Thinking of going center. I don't think we want to go center, right? Just sidelined. The rest of our deck is built around going sides. But okay. We're afraid of this 3-3 dying. Not sure what it dies to, really. Like, there's not a lot. Training plus Fnatic over doesn't seem that great. And like, you can still answer it even. With the Soul Drain. Yeah, I think here on JT's part, we just desert and pass. Don't think we have to do anything too fancy. We could potentially set up Silent Warrior in the back. Step up the 4-4, Silent Warrior in the back. Like Silent Warrior... Oh. This I do not like, though. We're just kind of deleting a training from our hand for no reason. Like, I wanted to save the... Like, this was a good... Well, it was a good line to step up. I think if we just kept the Silent Warrior back with the training. But now it's just a 3-6. I wanted this to be traininged. I mean, the idea is to... Okay, so we discarded that card to get a Colossus discount, but I think we could have done the same thing on the Silent Warrior on the next turn without it getting traded. Because 3-6, actually not a bad stat line into a lot of flyers. Actually pretty solid. It doesn't look like Bamster has a follow-up this turn, which is very nice. For JT, can set up a Mystic Beast. Just a Husk. Oh, we are playing Treasure Seeker? Really? Okay. Oh, look at that. Top decked the other training. Very cool. What a gamer. Mystic Beast in trade range. Not a big fan, but we can just do it. Sure. We saw one soul drain. Looks like we'll probably be rewarded. There is a Demon Wrangler now to deal with. Couldn't avoid it forever. But hopefully now JT's gotten enough time built up where he can draw into Soul Drain. Definitely would have been a different story if this came down earlier in the match. Also, if we find a mobility trick next turn, pretty huge. If we can clear this 3-3 on right side. Royal Judge. I mean, okay. We'll take a Royal Judge. This is a neutral card. Actually fantastic. Now we just need a Soul Drain. It's tough giving your opponent the Copter. Double Husk now. Okay, no Soul Drain drawn. It's unfortunate the Royal Judge doesn't really line up clean numbers here. So that is gonna get cleared with the 5-2, unfortunately. Wait, now we go Royal Judge. Oh, wait, does this work out better? I guess this does work out better. That's kind of wild. Just because we get to actually value trade the 3-7, and then we actually end up punishmenting the non-neutral creature. Yeah. Unfortunately, the numbers worked out that way. That would have been pretty silly that Bamster gave the Royal Judge. If only there was, like, a really clean answer. Double Soul Drain or something. Yeah. Copter's looking cute here. Copter's a near full clear. Not sure if he wants to go double neutral or the desert. Don't know if it matters too much. Sure, we'll plant the desert on the well. Amazing, having to play around Copter against yellow. Always love that. Now we gotta deal with the 6-3s. Yeah, the stat lines just aren't gonna work out here for us anymore. Not that they were in the first place, but... 6-3s are a little brutal. And this is the final match. I think JT's only hope was that previous match with the Rakoans. That was the only potential win. This one was going to be really tough. Oh, he's going for it. Royal Judge about to cast his judgment down on something. So, pretty convincingly, I think I'm going to say Bamps is going to move on to finals against Martis. I think we should have some interesting matches. Husk we've seen time and time again, but this type of list, really you beat with a lot of collections, proper stat lines, ideally. Oh, what are you doing, Bamster? You're just playing around? I guess we have Soul Drain to clear that. Ah, sure. Yeah, line up the lethal. Send it. And the double husk, finishing off the damage, even if you answer one of them. Well played, he says. Alright, Bamps are 3-0ing with the husk package. Pretty snazzy. And Bamps are going to move on to the finals against Martis. So well played by both players. And we'll get that match set up for you. Maybe we'll get Fickle tagging along as well. Okay, we're back and ready to start the finals of the Seifer Open number 3. Bamster versus Martis. We've seen some of the decks from both players here. Bamster with 3 yellows. Seems to be pretty staple these days for Bamster. So Martis probably looking to ban one of these yellows. Because, I mean, Bamster, honestly, just, if he bans reds, he's in a really good spot, just on the banning phase. Just because, God, can't speak. Just because Martis didn't decide to bring 2 Flyers counters, and that was your first mistake. You always bring 2 Flyers counters. In 2023, please. Banning the Oath list, interesting. I would be a lot more fearful of normal Flyers than the Oath list. Because, I mean, regular Flyers is just such a brutal, devastating list, and without red, like, it's pretty obvious your opponent is banning that red list when he's running triple yellows. Without that, I just don't know what your counter is going to be for regular yellow. Like, if this has some chunky stats, pretty bad into Flyers. Green, pretty bad into Flyers. This is probably your only hope. So, I hope we start with the blue here. I think that's just the best pick. We can save the green to counter the red, hopefully. And the yellow we can save to counter the actual Flyers list. And then, I don't know, maybe we just get some scouting opportunities, see what cards he's running. Yeah, we'll start with the blue. Okay. Bamster starting with a yellow. Interesting that he played 2 Soul Drain covers here and not one on the third list. Either this is a bait or he's not running Soul Drain in the third list. It'll be very interesting to see. Playing yellow without Soul Drain is nuts. Look at this insane guy. I like that every player seems to have their own unique, well, at least every like current competitive player has their own unique avatar going on. There's enough avatars in the game that we can all have our own personal identity. Oh no, the Sapphire Yak, I'm getting flashbacks. Okay, so this is going to be the Mistral Guide Rush. Not much to do, but just slow play lands. We'll build up to the Mistral Guide. So the idea with this deck, we're going to build lands to the side, but then since we have Mistral Guide, we can ship these guys up towards face, including the monks. And these guys get to dash 2 and then still move again on their haste movement. And up we march, and unless Spamster top decks a card here... Okay. Nightmare solid to deal with Sapphire Yak. Problem solved, we don't have to worry about this guy anymore. Hello, Fickle.
Hello, Moonfasa.
Hello, I'm gonna have to crank your volume a little bit.
Oh, that's my fault. Am I louder now or quieter? I don't know.
About the same. Let me just open up my volume mixer and crank Discord.
Well, I think it's my volume setting on my headphones is not very good.
Okay, I think I got you.
Okay. You're very loud and clear in mine. I don't know if this means... Right, because we're both streaming. So are we both commentating on both streams at the same time?
We will be both commentating, yes.
No, what I mean is your commentary going to be coming out on my stream and my commentary coming out on your stream?
I've got you on my stream. I don't have to crank your a little bit.
Okay. In which case I'll keep my stream going, see what goes on there. See what happens.
Would you like some tea?
See, I fully approve of Martus's deck. But I know from our, because we can see both sets, I got a bit worried when I saw the Last Nightmare, and I'm just thinking Last Nightmare is going to be played quite soon.
Yeah, the Nightmare is a great answer to the Sapphire Yak.
Yeah.
So Bamster doesn't have to be concerned about it.
I got a bit depressed when I saw the Last Nightmare come out. This threatens the Sapphire Yak.
Poor Yak.
I'm afraid I'm incredibly biased at the moment.
You had a pretty snazzy Yak, Sapphire Yak play in the early matches of the tournament.
Really, man. Yeah. Yeah, because in our match I was quite fortunate with a Yak attack coming up, and I needed it. But I'm not sure what's going on with Martus's deck. This was when I played Martus. This was the deck of his that I banned. Because I was thinking it's going to be a blue jump. I thought it was going to be a blue jump deck.
So he's got, on the mana curve, it's pretty high. It's like 5 point something. I guess that's the mother of the Yaks. So maybe this is like a S of Yaks. But also with Sapphire Yak thrown in there. Okay, it's just his own brew.
Well, no, if you got... Because he's had one Sapphire Yak, so this would be Sapphire Yak number 2.
Sapphire Yak number 2, I'd expect Yak attack. And then we're playing 7s on top of all of that.
Then with creation as well. Is it that? You think it's that yak deck?
Is there gonna be creation? It's possible. It's very greedy, but it's definitely possible. Yeah, we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. I think this is why I like it even more, because I like my greedy
More
decks.
yaks.
More yaks, more greedy decks, and yeah, I suppose see. But I think at the moment this Mistral guide is looking very threatening. He's about to.
I mean,
Build a
that
very-
yak is looking very threatening, but maybe we can race.
Yeah, it is.
Spamsters go.
You can build an aggressive desert. Wonder what you're gonna do.
We could build a land. It's unfortunate we'd have to build the land, though. I would prefer it if we just had a Mistral Guide in land range we could have sent up, but... Yeah, I mean, I would like to draw here. Thing is, we could sidestep the Mistral Guide to still send that Shade and Demon aggressive, but I kind of want to draw into Last Nightmare if possible, and if not, then we still have the aggressive line of Shade and Demon.
Yeah, yep. Oh, to step back with the Mistral Guide and
Yeah,
send
and then...
the Shaitan to block face?
Yeah, well, you could block face, but I don't think that's accomplishing too much. I want to send him aggressive, I think.
Oh, I see, okay. You really are all in racing. I should approve
I think
of this, 'cause that's
so.
what
I mean, Martis is... got a pretty expensive list, but he is on 4. Can probably drop something pretty big. But as the Yellow Rush, surely we can dish out a lot of damage. We go for the smaller play, though, which I don't know if I'm a big fan of, because this is not good for racing potential. This is good for value, but... I mean, this guy's just gonna keep snowballing.
Then again, we just did 6 damage. We've got down to 12.
I don't think it's gonna be enough. I think Barry's coming down this turn. Unless we top deck a Nightmare, but that's why I wanted to draw. I guess we did end up drawing in the end with the Monk, but...
Yeah.
we would have had our opponent down to 9 HP here instead. And then we could have
Depending
hit
is he so-
again.
So Bamja hits both these times. He has to block face.
Has to block face. We can take some draws first. If we get that Nightmare.
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh,
yeah.
Saji block, though, is kind of solid, so I don't mind playing this guy first. It's basically free. Double Prayer in hand. Okay. No Nightmare yet. No Nightmare still. But we lined up a pretty nice lethal for ourselves. Unless there's a land trick. We could have played around the land trick, honestly. I just double neutraled.
But you can still hit him with the Mistral as well.
Yeah, that's 4. I'm just concerned about if there is a land trick. That's the one out that Martis has here. And I think we could have sealed our lethal, even without drawing there.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, so yeah. See, looking. But he's got tied or not. I was just suddenly got blank as to
yeah.
what the blue tower that moves land is called.
Sunken Tower.
Sunken Tower, that makes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably unlikely there's land tricks in Martis's deck, but... oh no!
That one.
Okay, yeah, definitely could have played around that, Bamster. Tisk tisk.
Especially as Faeria's aquatic as well.
True, we could have even drawn for the land trick. We didn't even have to do that. Yeah, I think that was...
Well,
yeah.
that's one way to end the first game, yeah.
Bamster discovered it after. He's messaging me saying should have double landed. Yup. Martis is player 1, so we'll give him 1 point. Alright, so Bamps are going to counter with, I think, just yellow.
Yellow.
That was a
flyers.
great first win by Martis, also.
It's quite crazy with these decks, because I played Martis earlier on in the best of 5. I saw one of his decks, which is the red combat deck.
Oh, yeah.
I was then streaming Bamzer's semi-final. I saw one of Bamzer's decks.
Hiding information is very powerful. And when you're getting your matches streamed, everyone knows what your decks are now.
Yeah, true. Oh, spring mochis.
Double Mochi start. Still got the Sapphire Yak start.
Yeah,
But,
see,
yeah.
he
Well-
knows I'm commentating.
Game just wanted to provide. It's got a mind of its own, the AI in this game. Abraham created a sentient being.
Ooh.
Okay, so Sapphire
That's
Yak's always
interesting.
cool to see, but it's gonna be not great into flyers.
No, it's... Yeah, the movement's difficult.
Bamster's got a great opening though, the double emissary start. That's gonna be tough to beat. Unfortunate we hit the Colossus on the Mochi ping. Don't
Yeah, I was wondering about
particularly
that,
want that.
I quite like double mochi in the same turn.
Double Mochi in the same turn. Yeah.
I think that's mainly because I'm often using Illusion of Grandeur, and then you kind of want to get something down to 1 cost.
Yeah, that's a cool play. Double Mochi is very cool because you can invest that first creature. I like it. Oh. I don't understand this. That seemed wasted. Using the movement trick to just give your opponent the free clear. Like, he didn't have the clear earlier, and now he does. But,
Yeah.
okay.
That's so dangerous.
Oh, that is so dangerous. Don't think we had to play that dangerously.
So you can hit in. Yeah. See, we can see the vulture there, but I suppose I don't know if Martis was expecting a vulture.
I mean, against flyers, you have to expect either Vulture or Spirit Theft. It's such a common card in yellow, especially flyers, that you just have
Yeah.
to expect it. But, I mean, where else were you putting the Sapphire Yak, I guess? Like, even if you put it backwards, Bamster still builds the 4th land and then trades it anyway. So, I guess now is as good a time as any and just pray that they don't have the 1 damage. Because when else are you going to get an opportunity to play this guy?
No. Yeah, because
Well-
I was almost thinking I would have
We could've
Colossus
just-
down.
Yeah, we could have just played Colossus. That was true. Colossus, I think, was just better.
Yeah, I can't remember how did the Wave Crash Colossus work now. Because they both had the 3.
Yeah,
cost
they
reduction
will
from Mochi.
only go down to 4. That's why I was like, oh, you really don't want the Mochi hitting Colossus there, because you can't reduce it anymore.
Oh, right. So I keep forgetting there's sometimes when the Colossus does go down below 4.
Well, you have to
Or maybe-
discount it naturally with the well collections first, and then you discount it through other means, and then it can go below 4.
I see. Okay, thanks. So I'm now thinking of Krogs and
You could discount it with
another-
Krog after.
another bargainers and things. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so now the Colossus comes down. Lost a little bit of tempo there. We found a 3rd Mochi.
Yeah, that's kind of confusing to get all the mochis out early on.
Great to find them
I
this
do-
early. but it might be ending up too late. We'll see.
It is one of the things I do often find with Faeria, is that sometimes if you have a 3-off, most of my decks have 3-offs anyway, but you sometimes get clumps of the same card appearing.
That does suck when that
quite early on in
happens.
the deck.
I mean, sometimes it's good.
Yeah, because you're noting here that it's the 3rd Spring Moji, and we're still very early on in the decks, so it's...
Yeah, pretty crazy top decks. Looks like we just get to dump our hand here as Bamser and even get a collection and block the double collect on Martis' side. That looks like game over. Oh, what? What are you doing, Bamser? Immediately, that was a mistake. Okay. He wants to give us some content.
Well, I think he's got just full aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, blocking the collection was so good there, though. You get a collection yourself and stop your opponent. Crazy.
Yeah.
Not that it really makes much of a difference. But... Martis is in a pretty desperate situation. The champion can trade our double collector. Now we got a Colossus just sitting there. And Bamster can even ignore the 7-7 at his face and just hit face with the 5-3 because 7-7 is not doing anything. We could build an aggressive desert if we want next to champion. Get that collection space, aggressive Manta Rider. I mean, Christmas came early for Bamster. What more could you want?
I don't know, I'm trying to work out, is he using a controller? I can only just guess.
Controller. I think he's on PC.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. He's on PC as well. Okay.
You can always see the highlights going dunk, 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 dunk.
Yeah, that's what I was
players.
starting. That's what I was starting to see with his. Okay, maybe not.
Bamster just likes to take his time and analyze every possible line in every possible space. But I don't think over-analysis is needed here.
No. Yeah, I think the last tournament 2 weeks ago was the first time that I'd heard of some of the real difficulties with, I think it's the PlayStation. So the PlayStation can't use the Crucible format.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of issues with that, unfortunately. It's very unfortunate.
It is, but so we had one player, he was a new player, he beat me in the first round. But he was on PlayStation, so...
Alright.
But Summer pointed out something he'd put onto the forum about 2 years ago, I think, explaining how to work a tournament with somebody who's on a PlayStation and can't use Crucible.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. Unfortunate that they can't. I mean, there's so many bugs in Faeria. Unfortunately, too many. It's just not going to be fixed.
No. So, well, Martis can extend it by 1 turn.
I think we don't play anything here as Martis. If we play the Yak attack... Oh, right, we're losing anyways, who cares? This is the finals. I was like, I don't want to give any information to our opponent, but who cares?
Yep.
Alright. Game for Bamser. But that'll tie it up 1-1. Martis gets to counterpick. Now this is going to be probably the most challenging list that Martis has to deal with. This was the list that I was a little bit fearful of on Martis' sake. Just because he didn't get banned. Decided to ban the Oath list instead.
I don't know. I was saying, the two bits of their matches I've seen so far this tournament, they both banned the only decks I knew. Just don't know how they managed it, but yeah.
Yeah, Bamser has brought this lineup to the past few tournaments, I think. And Mars has been to the past few tournaments, so I think he should have some idea of what's going on at least. And the last set on my stream was with Bamser, and we got to see that Oath list. I mean, pretty obvious, this is the Oath list, 1.9, the cheapest one. Wow, no way, Martis trying to counter flyers with green? Unheard of. Wait, what? This is mind-blowing. Why would you not counter with yellow? Surely you want to save green for the reds. Like, how... This decision means that Martis is comfortable with his 1.7 yellow list defeating the red.
I don't know what a 1.7 list is. Like the only thing I think of is you map dealers and
yeah, probably like
both.
Either Husk or Rush. That's pretty cheap for Rush. No, probably not Rush. It's probably Husk. Maybe even an Oath list of his own.
Right.
Bamster's not happy with his hand. I wouldn't be that disappointed. You're yellow into green and you still have a Mistral Guide start. And a Manta Rider. Hopefully give some breathing room to Martis, though. Had to collect for a little while with the Bloom Spray.
Yeah, so I don't know if Martis is wanting to rely on the Seek Shelters.
Seek Shelter might get some decent cards to fight yellow with. The issue with mono green into flyers is that the attack stats just trade so efficiently with green, and typical green stats have 5 HP. A lot of them have 5 HP. What are you upset about, Bamser? You have like a great hand here. You're into mono green.
I think it's because he wanted to put a creature down, but
Wants to put a creature down.
So that's why I'm just wondering with the, because the Seek Shelter just boosts the health by 3.
Yeah, I think
that's enough to take it beyond the reach of the 5 attacks and 6 attacks.
Yeah, it's super expensive though, right? Like, Kingsguard was the best pick there, but Bamser, you have Mistral Guide and Manta Rider, and then double Champion to follow up with in 2 turns. That's a crazy opener. I mean, sure, it would have been crazier with a turn 2 creature, but this is still fantastic. But yeah, the Kingsguard can be double traded with 2 flyers that typically cost 3 each, so 6 cost to defeat this guy, which costed 7.
Yeah.
You do get 2 card draws out of it, but yeah. I mean, he can even block the collection here. This is huge. This is a big turn for Bamser. He can Mistral Guide, Aggressive Desert, and then send the Manta Rider to block the Kingsguard. I don't know if we want the 2/2 to be in range of Kingsguard, to be fair. But we have a Soul Drain in hand. I mean, it's definitely a play. I think it's good. I think it's good regardless. Send the Manta Rider to block the collection. Card draw is not +1 Faeria. This isn't a Queen's card. Martis can draw all the cards he wants. Because his deck is pretty expensive. If we keep him off of collections, that's pretty good. Pretty huge. Or alternatively, the other option in my mind was sending the Manta Rider aggressive on right side. Because with these double champions, we might be able to sneak in some 5 damage face hits actually, and that's a great win condition against a slower green list.
What?
We're gonna have Vulture. I don't like sending the Vulture there. That's a terrible spot for Vulture to be in when he can get taunted. I would have just liked using this as a collector. Tuck it behind the wells, and we can play other stuff. Like, this Wood Ellie comes down now. I think Bamster's tilted for some reason, and he's now just gonna throw this game by misplaying. I don't know why he's tilted, but I guess it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I heard some people talk about things like that earlier this couple of days ago. In the world of chess. And they're saying that sometimes when they play these tournaments against each other, they know they're going to play 9 or 10 games. And sometimes there's some of them who just, they're talking about one, they did a clean sweep of 8 out of 10 wins or something, and then the other 2 were 2 draws. And it's just because the one person just lost 3 games, or his head just went. And he just sort of almost stopped playing.
Yeah. This is a big deal in competitive play. I mean, Bamster, not like he's been losing. He's in the finals here. But yeah, any competitive scene across any game, whether it's a video game or a sport even, if you lose like 3 matches in a row, it really messes with your head, and you have to overcome that. But it also pumps up your opponent, their mental state, because if you win 3 times in a row, now you just got the ball rolling and you're like really pumped and you're ready to go for the next match. And like that power swing in mentality is just huge and a real big deal in competitive games. It's not nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't win these things.
Hey, you beat me. I'll accept defeat.
Yeah, no, I'll accept the victory. It happens once every blue moon.
Every blue moon, yes. Alright, so double champion here's huge. I mean, Bamster's got a great board setup. I would have preferred the 1-3 not just be thrown into the fire, but hey, whatever.
I'm gonna draw the Manta Rider back. No, he's not. Oh, he's moving.
Back you go, King's Guards. Back to your kingdom. Just realized Martis's face is Kingsguard also. It's funny. Kingsguard protecting the Kingsguard. Gets a value draw. I think I would have preferred collecting there. But a little bit fearful of the champions, I guess. Yeah, doubling up the champions, I'm not entirely sure why we did this. This is like doubling up your rooks in chess, I guess, but a little bit different. Like, if you double up like this, you can't value trade the Kingsguard and kill it.
No, unless, yeah. You can target it with a Wind Soldier.
Yeah, you could Wind Soldier it, I guess. Not great to do so this turn, I would say. I mean, it's not great to do so anyways, I guess, since that champion's just playing into the Wood Ellie at that point. So here, probably just take control of left side, I guess. Oh no, we're going in. Soul Drain? Oh, we're vulturing. We are vulturing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we needed to do this. Just playing into the 2-3, 2-4. But sure, okay.
I'm trying to work out whether or not we want to +1 into an Oak Father, or it's a bit.
What's the plan here for Martis? He pretty much needs to maintain collections, build up towards just dumping stats on board. Looks like Colossus might come down here. Solid. Yeah, I like it. This Colossus, by the way, drawn from the Bloom Sprite. Crazy.
Out from the Bloom Sprite. Okay.
Yeah, so this guy got a little bit of extra discounts.
Alright, that makes more sense. Because I was thinking you need 10 lands normally to get to this level. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on 7.
Discounted by 3. So that's a pretty nice pickup. And with one champion down now, it's going to make it that much more difficult for Bamster to find an in. But at this point in the game, Bamster needs to worry about face hits more than anything. And just try and sneak in some pokes with his champions and then get them out of... just out of dodge. And saving mobility tricks, super important in this. Like, we can just play slowly here, passively, try and find an angle where this 5-5 can hit face, and then run away maybe with the Fnatic or something in the future. But based on Bamster's mentality that we've seen so far, I think he's going to push on the gas too soon. This is my prediction. He seems a little bit impatient today.
I don't know what he can look at, because I think Yeah, so Martis he's got the sort of benefits of green at the moment. I know you were saying running yellow into green is a bit interesting, but it's just he's got the big body stats.
He's got the big stats now, especially now that he's ramped into all of these forests. He still has a ton of collections. Pretty soon feed is going to be drawn, and he gets to feed like a 14 HP creature, which is crazy. I would have liked to see the Bloatfly on left side. I'm very fearful that Bamster's going to use his Fnatic to try and move this 3-3 up. And then like a second mobility trick on top. But I think putting Bloatfly on left side is just such a clean answer to the 5-5. We want to save the Wind Soldiers for going face potentially too. It's all about shifting the game plan to OTK now. Though it's probably going to be like that from the start.
Yeah, I wonder if the other one is... I want to use a movement trick on the Vulture just to kill the 5-5.
Yeah, the movement tricks are going to be very important for finding our lethal in the end.
Yeah, so it's... I don't think you want to use it on either of them. So you're basically saying we basically don't want to play Fnatic.
Yeah.
It looks like a big green wall is getting built.
Yeah, it's going to be a tricky wall to break down. But if you can keep him off of collections... Oh, no. I mean, this doesn't even control the board. Because that 1-1 was played. So, like, we're just playing the Fnatic pretty much as a creature. And it's not even accomplishing anything. I mean, at this point, just value trade the 1-1 then. Oof. huge zero-cost stalker. And optionally, we could even double stalker the 3/3. But I think realistically, we are going to be stalkering the 2 3/2s on board.
I was wondering about taking out the Manta Rider with the 714. And
Well,
then
yeah, we can do that.
Stalk on the 2/2.
Well, I think we want to stalker the 3/2 because then we can step over the 5/3 and value trade the 2/2. And
Okay.
with 2 vultures played, a lot less likely Bamster's going to find a 1 damage answer now. Oh, not going to take it. That just seemed so good. Oh, we're going for it anyways and just taunting. Okay, I guess this has the same effect, but we get a collection out of it. Yeah. Okay.
Ah, see, that's fantastic. We're getting one step closer to the tree.
Yeah, and with so many collectors on board, we might have the board presence to actually play the tree. Typically, I mean, I wasn't really expecting to play tree this game, but I mean, maybe we'll get to it. There goes another win condition tool. And here comes the other win condition tool, playing Fnatic already. I think a lot of players get set in the mind state of just playing games very linearly, the same way every single time, and not realizing the differences in matchups and how matches should be piloted very differently. And that, I mean, I see that a lot in competitive players. They throw games that could be won if we just change our game plan up a little bit. But Bamps are going for control lines against a deck with a better late game. I mean, this turn doesn't really matter, but like mostly talking about the earlier turns. At this point, we've already been going control lines. I guess we'll just continue and pray our opponent doesn't draw Feed the Forest for the next like 10 turns. Oh, look at that, Feed the Forest.
So we need to put one forest down. And wood elemental. No, not that one.
I mean, yeah. Bamps are just gonna surrender there. The feed was, in fact, drawn. And Martis going in 2-1 now.
I'm disappointed.
We didn't get to see the tree after all.
We were so close to the tree.
Apparently, Martis made the correct pick, countering with the mono green. But I mean, I think Bamster had a pretty good advantage there. It just might have gotten a little tilted about having a good matchup.
Well, I think it was those early draws.
Yeah, the early
Because
draws
he didn't
tilted
have a
him.
creature to play.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
such
he
a
didn't
good
have
hand,
creature
though.
To play turn 2.
Yeah.
He didn't want to wait till turn 5. So I think you had to get the Mistral Guide and the 2 champions.
Yeah, I mean, turn 3, he had 2 creatures to dump, which is pretty solid. Great for the sort of OTKO. This is actually Max, I guess.
Well, this opening hand of Martis's, to me, this just says, we want a tree.
I love the Wood Ellie opener on the Explorer. Great to see that. Ramps into those Kodamas. This is Mech Rush. Another ramp tool. We're really gonna get these Kodamas out. Already on Kodama. Next turn. Crazy. And Bamp's just sitting here on 2 mountains looking at his cannon carriers. All sad. We have a Seek Shelter. So it's an option to go for Seek Shelter so Brigand doesn't get value. I don't mind transitioning to that. Pretty likely we find a 3-power taunt on 5. Because, I mean, just slapping down Kodama doesn't really accomplish much.
No, it's especially as Amza would then just go off and hit it into one of the wood elementals.
Yeah. Don't want that to happen. Actually, we could just hit face. Queen's Guard, found it.
Yep.
Great answer too. We get Faeria collections of our own. Yeah, not much Bamps is going to be able to do here. Just going to build up some detonate OTK thing, but really tough with the start Martis has got here.
I was almost wondering if you want to just completely back off and build a mountain at the back, stick a ground shaker on it.
I don't think going backwards does much. We've invested the rush lands now. We're pretty much building up a detonate clear at this point. It's too late to go backwards. That requires many, many lands.
I just think because he's going to build up to at least 4 or I'm guessing actually 5 mountains. He's probably got a blacksmith dotted around somewhere.
Baldurian probably not with rush, assuming this is naturally meant to be a rush deck. Okay, so he's going for a Shaker, Flame Burst, or not. I mean, Shaker Flame Burst seemed solid there if that was the plan. Yeah, we get to play Dwardia, or Kodama for free. I think I actually preferred Dwardia, to be honest. I mean, Kodama is actually really bad. It's such a terrible stat line for the cost. But it's just there for ramp.
Yeah, I fully approve. It's there to build trees.
It's there to build trees.
It's the only time I can ever really see it in a deck is as a step just to get you from the 5 forests up towards 10.
Yeah. Okay, so we're full clearing right side this time. We didn't do it on the previous turn. But maybe it'll work out for us. We just once again have to pray our opponent doesn't top deck feed anytime soon. Oh, not good. Buff's looking pretty nice. But Bamster's on 5 Faeria next turn. Wait, what? No buff? Really? Just accepting the value trades. Don't really know why, but maybe we want to use that as a heal.
Well, I'm wondering if he was playing around thinking, well, if you use the buff, you're going to end up on 1 health and you can be Seifer Wraths.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize we planted forests all the way up. Good Kodama. Alright, go back and collect and... Cannon carrier face? Honestly, it's actually not that bad. We can cannon carrier face here, but definitely put them both aggro, because we have racing potential now. If that cannon carrier comes face. I just put it left side. Easy. Can even collect on left side if we wanted to. Like,
This is why I'm wondering if Bams is using a controller.
He just likes to hover his mouse around.
But it seemed to flick around the way I thought controllers did. But yeah.
Controllers, you have to like go select, 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 and like go all the way around. Yeah, okay.
You cannot go backwards.
Yeah, alright. Yep, great racing potential here. Martis did save the heal, so that's something in the back pocket. Guess just go face here and then dump a Vulpine face as well. Nice and protected. But yeah, that's 6 damage to Martis's face. Detonate represents another 4.
Yep. That's when it does start getting quite scary. So I'm wondering if Martis was just weighing up about whether or not you're giving up your collections by moving off the side. He's got the Vulpine there now anyway.
Yeah, the Vulpine can take over collections. This looks like do we go face for 6 here? I think so. I mean, our opponent's only hitting us for 5 if that Vulpine's going to come back defensively. Otherwise, it's hitting us for 8, so we need a 2-turn lethal. We have to set up a 2-turn lethal ourselves. So I think that's just going to be maximum face hits and then drop the Captain.
That's surprising. Captain's actually a lot cheaper than I thought he was.
He got buffed in a patch like a couple of years ago. Used to be 5 cost. Or was he 5 cost? Yeah, he was 5 cost. It was a 5... No, wait. Yeah. I thought he was 5 cost or something. I thought he was a 3-7. No, he was a 4 cost 3-7. That's what he was. Right. He was a 4 cost 3-7. And then they buffed him up to Grizzly stats. Okay, so... 2-turn lethal and then +1 heal. Yeah, this looks good. I don't think Bamster can deal 14 damage this turn. Unfortunately.
Black. I keep calling him a blacksmith, but yeah, he's an archsmith. Alright, okay, fine.
Arcsmith, whatever that means. He's like the best smith, I guess. Like an archangel. Oops, sorry, I think I gave Bamster 2 victories. Bamster's not on 2 victories, is he? He's on 1.
What am I thinking? I thought he was on.
Is he on 2 wins?
Thought so.
I don't actually remember.
Well,
No, Martis 3-1. There we go.
3-1, yeah. Okay, 3-1, yeah. It's all over then. Okay.
It's over.
Well
The
played,
green
Martis,
ramp.
with the big
Yeah.
green, yes.
Big green. Green ramp taking it. That's gonna close out the victory for Martis. Congrats to him. And thanks everyone for joining this tournament. It was a fun one for sure. And hope to see you guys back in the next one. I think we'll have probably one more open before the seasonal cup. Hope so. And Abraham's new game. I think there's something coming out in December, right? They said playtest weekend sometime in December. That's got to be coming up soon. So watch out for that. All right, thanks for joining me, Fickle, as well.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. Yes, and we'll look forward to this new game because you beta test it? Were you one of the testers on it?
Yeah, I tested it. I
Sworn
can't
to
talk about it
secrecy.
yet. I'm sworn to secrecy, but soon, I think. I think they're opening up the playtest soon, so can speak on it then. That'll be exciting.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll see you all next time.
Yep. See you back here, Fickle. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.